Ravens are 0 for 4 against Baltimore in the red zone, and Baltimore has gotten a couple of red zone turnovers. So that's a good pass by Blake Bortles on first down. You don't have it, get your team to second down. Get another call from Nathaniel Hackett, the offensive coordinator, and it gives you a chance. If he tried to throw that ball in there, it might have gotten intercepted. So smart play by Bortles.
3 red zone takeaways. That leads the NFL. Ivory not going anywhere this time. Carl Davis, who's starting in place of the injured Brandon Williams, the first one to get there, and it's 3rd down.
You will not have a lot of success running onside if you can't get the minimum blocks. Right now you get an unblocked guy, but you don't get the push at the point of attack. You have to have a cutback, and that unblocked defender is coming back to make the tackle.
Terrell Suggs also in on the mix. It's 3rd down and 12. Bortles steps up in the pocket. Now he's going to keep it himself at the 10. Dives for the 5. He's going to be short of the first down by 2.5 yards. Eric Weddle was there, and Doug Marrone, the Jacksonville head coach, will send out his kicker, Jason Myers.
So if you're looking at the game so far, 40-yard line start for the Ravens. They don't get anything. Short punt and a big play down the sideline to Marquise Lee. And another smart play by Blake Bortles. Smart play on first down to throw it away. And there, nothing, take it, run. Hey, a short field goal, 23 yards, is a lot easier than a 30-yard field goal. So Bortles did his kicker a favor right there.
23-yard attempt for Myers. He's 4 out of 5 this season. And this kick is good, and for the first time this year, the Baltimore Ravens trail. Jacksonville strikes first here in London with 9:05 to go in the first. It's 3-0 Jaguars.
You always have a choice. You can choose to ride with the right people, doing things for the right reasons. You'll always end up in the right place. Or you can choose poorly, end up stranded, buzzard circling, drinking rainwater out of your boot. The promise of a new life, the airport, or all-you-can-eat pancakes, the destination is not what matters. Although Portland's pretty happening right now. It matters how you get there.
Guys, the fans are out there. We need to make sure the fans are moderating their drinking and hydrating. Moderation and hydration. That's what we're talking about.
The Water Boys, Crown Royal's elite force of hydration specialists, generously reminding you to drink responsibly.
For more go and less stop. You don't want just any protein snack. You want Oikos Triple Zero Greek non-fat yogurt, packed with more of what you want, like 15 grams of protein per cup, and less of what you don't, like added sugar and fat. It's healthy fuel that helps you be unstoppably you.
It's the 18th regular season game in London. A very colorful crowd.
My outfit.
Yeah, right. They stole that from your closet. We've seen a lot of different jerseys. So far, Jamarcus Russell of the Raiders, an early favorite in my book.
I saw a Vinny Testaverde jersey.
Yeah. Right. I haven't seen a James Lofton jersey yet, but
I think they were sold out.
We're going to take a look at your keys to the game after this kickoff by Myers. Myers kicked his first one out of bounds. Collins will take a knee. All right, James Lofton, let's take a look at your keys to the game.
Well, the Ravens let me down right off the bat because the offensive key to this game is keep Joe Flacco clean. We saw he was harassed in the pocket. Defensively, you have 10 turnovers. Don't be greedy. Don't try and go for the interception if it's not there. For Blake Bortles, he's a career 59% completion guy. If he can get up to 65%, that is huge. And defensively, win on first down. And by that, I mean force a lot of 2nd and 7 pluses.
Matt Skura remains the right guard, but for the first time this season, rookie Jermaine Illuminor is active, and John Harbaugh said he wouldn't be surprised to see him as Terrence West has the carry on first down. Illuminor, an incredible story, grew up in London, and now his first NFL game is in London. We'll wait to see Illuminor. For now, it's Skura. There he is on the sideline. First time he saw American football on TV. He was living in London 10 years ago. The first game, regular season game here between the Dolphins and Giants. He was flipping around the channels, saw the game, got interested, Googled American football in London. From there, moved to New Jersey, junior college, ended up in Texas A&M, and can't make it up. But his first NFL game would be here in London as Collins takes the handoff, and not much doing there.
Illuminor, when he saw that first game, he wanted to be a quarterback, like any kid would, because you see the quarterback constantly on replays and the focus is on him. But then he realized at 300 pounds, even as a kid, he was a little too big to play quarterback.
It's not going to work. The 29th English-born player in the NFL. Third down and 2 for Baltimore.
Baltimore, really power-running team, but at right guard, when you do not have Marshall Yanda, that could be the focal point for Jacksonville.
Patrick Ricard at fullback. Flacco looking to throw, and it's incomplete. Off the hand of Terrence West. And for the second straight offensive series, the Ravens go 3 and out.
Now, that certainly goes down as an incompletion. Could it have been caught? Sure. Could have been caught. Would the ball placement have been better if it had been outside? Yes, it would have been better. So you look at all the little things. You're off by about 1.5 yards on a throw, and now you're punting the ball again for the second time.
Flacco now 0 for 2. A much better kick from Cook this time. Driving Marquise Lee back. Takes a Baltimore hop. Lee lets it roll inside the 5-yard line. So after a 25-yard punt, Cook with a 63-yard boot. Here at London, Buckingham Palace looking good for a football Sunday.
Bachelor party pad. I think a beachfront for sure.
Yeah, but no sand. That stuff gets everywhere.
So then a pool with a jacuzzi.
Yeah, an octagon for fighting.
Yeah, an octagon.
If you can get piggy with your bro weekend, why not get piggy with your TV?
Get the #1 live TV streaming service with Sling. Start at $20 a month. Then pick your personal channel lineup and save.
They don't have an octagon. I'll keep looking.
Go to slingtv.com and start watching 7 days free.
Honey, you feel so soft and sweet.
New Charmin Ultra Soft.
It's softer than ever. New Charmin Ultra Soft is twice as absorbent, so you can use less. And it's softer than ever, so it's harder to resist.
You'll always be my lover till the end of time.
Okay, this is getting a little weird. We all go. Why not enjoy the go with Charmin?
There are moments in life where the smallest adjustments can make a big difference. Braun beard trimmers have up to 39 length settings, which adjust to the nearest half millimeter, giving you total control of your style. For the moments that matter to you, Braun, designed for what matters.
3-0 Jacksonville in front of Baltimore. Recent natural disasters have impacted millions of people. We invite fans to join us in a huddle for relief as we rally behind those who have been and continue to be affected by these catastrophic events. Visit redcross.org/NFL or text Red Cross to 90999 now to donate $10 to American Red Cross for relief. Wembley Stadium, historic, has hosted many notable sporting events. The old Wembley was the main venue for the 1948 Summer Olympics. 1966, the FIFA World Cup. England beat West Germany for their only World Cup title. 2007, we mentioned the first regular season game between the Giants and Dolphins. And 5 years later, at the 2012 Summer Olympics, the U.S. women's soccer team won their 4th Olympic gold medal.
A little bit of field change position here. The Jacksonville Jaguars, the first play to touch the ball, had stepped out of bounds, so now the ball goes to the 20-yard line.
Illegal touching on Vince Mailey of the Ravens. On first down, Bortles has some time and completes it to Fournette, who's hit immediately by Correa. Fournette with his 6th reception of the season.
You know, they always say if you're bragging, but it's true, it's not bragging. And Leonard Fournette, when we met with him before the first game of the regular season, said people will come to realize that my hands are a lot better than what they think. And once again, a good example there, bobbled it a little bit, but was able to pull it back in.
And Doug Marrone echoed those thoughts. He said he's a lot better than we thought coming out of LSU. Bortles to Mercedes Lewis, his first catch of the season, and just the 2nd time this year that Bortles has completed a pass to a tight end.
If you are going to really focus on the outside, underneath, in that zone area, Mercedes Lewis he learned to sit down in between the numbers, and Bortles has to put the ball either on the right shoulder or left shoulder. And you put the ball on the shoulder that you want him to turn upfield in that direction.
Blake Bortles, 4 out of 6 for 66 yards. It's Fournette. Met at the line of scrimmage. And Fournette fights his way for a couple.
It was funny. We met with Fournette a couple weeks ago, and he said he was 228 pounds. He had been 225 pounds in high school. But at the combine, he was 240 pounds. So John Harbaugh said he's 240. And, you know, really wanting his defenders to know that this is a big back that you're going to have to tackle. So you can't come at him with just an arm tackle. You really got to come at him and take him to the ground.
Fournette comes out. Corey Grant back in. TJ Yeldon a healthy scratch for the 2nd straight game. Marquise Lee has a first down and still going into Baltimore territory to the 45-yard line. Jimmy Smith finally catches up with him, but not before a gain of 14.
Little things that you have to do against an overly aggressive defense. You start them going in one direction with that small fake to Corey Grant and get the ball quickly into the hands of Marquise Lee. And he is like a little water bug. He can dart and move quickly. He's on the sideline.
The Jaguars already without their top receiver, Allen Robinson, who tore an ACL in the first game of the season against the Texans. Fournette has a hole on the right side. Leonard Fournette, another Jacksonville first down. Across the 30-yard line, a gain of 15.
When you're looking at teams, you look at explosive plays. Explosive plays happen just because you do the basics. Right there, there's a huge hole for this young man to run through. And he started it up inside. He was patient enough, starting it inside, and that little bounce to the outside. And then you saw the burst of speed and the power at the end of it.
See Marquise Lee getting his ankle retaped on the sideline. He remains out for this 1st and 10. They fake the pitch to Ivory. Bortles on the move. Fires, and it's incomplete.
No, that's a catch.
Keelan Cole somehow ripped it away from Jimmy Smith. A gain of 13, and the Jags move the chains again.
Keelan Cole was the feel-good story coming out of training camp. Kentucky Wesleyan. Where is Kentucky Wesleyan? Nobody knows. He made the team, but you make the team and you kind of exhale a little bit. The first couple of weeks hadn't done a whole lot. That's a good catch against tight man-to-man coverage. Keelan Cole, nice job.
Doug Marrone said there was a significant improvement for Cole from week 1 to week 2. Now looking to build on it here in the 3rd game of the season. Bortles on this drive is 4 out of 4 for 43 yards. Looking to throw for more. Towards the end zone. Lewis, touchdown! The first touchdown for Mercedes Lewis since week 2 of last year.
There are some plays when you're on offense, you go, is this really going to work? Is this fake where I just turn my back and just stand there? Is that really going to fool the defense? Yes, it's really going to fool the defense because of all the smoke and mirrors, the fake to the right, the fake to the reverse to the other side. And Mercedes Lewis is the recipient of all that good action in the backfield.
On that drive, Blake Bortles 5 for 5 for 60 yards. The Ravens allowed 10 points in their first 2 games combined. Jacksonville has 10 in the first quarter. Bortles to Lewis, falls. It's 10-0 Jacksonville.
How do you like your coffee? I love the taste of caramel. But now that I have this new one-touch latte, I love the sound of caramel even more. You have to push it hard.
I am.
Harder. You have to press it harder.
Can I do it again?
Please.
We like it international,
and we expect to be delighted.
What is this word that starts with a V? Vegetables. What for? Coriander. Is that a Swedish band? What food group would you put pork rinds in?
What happened?
There are lots of questions out there.
I don't know.
What to serve at game time should never be one of them. Farm Rich. It's real life good.
There are moments in life where the smallest adjustments can make a big difference. Braun beard trimmers have up to 39 length settings, which adjust to the nearest half millimeter, giving you total control of your style. For the moments that matter to you. Braun, designed for what matters.
Want to hear something crazy? We somehow figured out how to make this easy. But we still haven't figured out how to make a video call simple enough for your grandpa to use.
How'd you do that?
I don't know. Wouldn't it be great if we all got with 2017 already and had a simple video calling app that just worked? Introducing Duo. It's simple, high-quality video calling by Google. Whatever phone, whatever network, you'll get a video call that just works. Google Duo. Video calling by Google.
Jacksonville scored 3 points in the first 3 quarters last week against Tennessee. They've got 10 in the first against Baltimore after the touchdown from Bortles to Lewis.
And you've got to be a guy who you're targeted, you know you are. Keep your eyes on your defender, on your offensive assignment, hand fighting him because you think it's a run. Not a run. Too much deception from the Jacksonville Jaguars.
So Mercedes Lewis came in without a catch in the first 2 games. He's got 2 catches for 28 yards and a touchdown here in the first quarter. Doug Marrone, the Jacksonville head coach, trying to get his team to 2-1 for the first time since the 2007 season. Myers kicking away. Once again, Collins will be there for the touchback as we go down to Alex Flanagan.
Hey, Andrew, well, you wondered if Jacksonville would have an advantage coming into this game. They are technically the home team here. This is their 5th consecutive game in London. Meanwhile, the Ravens have never played in an international game before. Jacksonville came in knowing their routine, knowing what to expect, even the nuances, what cleats to wear here on the field, what hotel to stay in, how to get your body on the right clock. Seems like the advantage of being the home team, you guys, is paying off a little bit, at least early on.
That's a good point, Alex, as Jermaine Illuminor is checked in at right guard, making his NFL debut. Flacco down the field, it's incomplete. Off the hands of Jeremy Maclin. Last 2 games here in London, Jacksonville 2-0, averaging 32 points per game, wins over the Bills and the Colts a year ago. And we met with John Harbaugh on Friday. He said he was a little worried that his team would not see Wembley Stadium until today. They practiced at a rugby center on Friday. They just did a walkthrough at the same field yesterday. So the first time the players had seen Wembley was this morning. 2nd and 10. They hand it to Collins, and Ngakoue and Campbell combine on the tackle. It's 3rd down.
You know, when we talk to John Harbaugh, coaches are such creatures of habit. They thought they would get here on time. They got here a half an hour early. And right there, the Jacksonville Jaguars arrived in the backfield. Looked like about a half an hour early. But the players were over here early, so more time to sit around the locker room, more time to kind of feel uncomfortable because it's an awkward start time at 2:30. You don't have games that start at 2:30.
Baltimore trying to avoid a 3rd straight 3-and-out. Flacco in trouble, and he's sacked. Calais Campbell getting back there for the sack, and Baltimore again will have to punt.
Pocket just gets smaller and smaller. Dante Fowler takes an inside release. Calais Campbell comes around the outside. But the Baltimore Ravens missed a throw on first down where you had an open receiver. Great coverage down the field on the last play by the Jacksonville Jaguars.
5th sack of the season for Campbell. That leads the NFL. Baltimore has run 9 plays for -1 yards. Fair catch at the 38 by Marquise Lee. Well, earlier this week, the Ravens unveiled completed renovations of Renaissance Academy in Baltimore. After some had feared the school would be forced to close, the Ravens went and funded the $1.5 million renovation project. Ravens tight end Benjamin Watson, team president Dick Cass, and Ravens legend Ed Reed were among those on hand for the unveiling. And the Ravens have brought several of their legends here to London. Ray Lewis, Jonathan Ogden, Ed Reed, Steve Smith are all here with the Ravens. First down and 10, and Bortles looking to go to the air again. Over the middle, completes it to Lee, who's back in the game. And Marquise Lee picks up 9. Blake Bortles this season, coming into the game, had completed 90% of his passes on first down. Number 1 in the NFL, and another first down completion here for Bortles. The problem is that on second down, his completion percentage is 28%.
I just knew you were going to ruin it for him.
And third down's 40%.
Why can't we just leave it? Just let him throw on first down.
Well, it's second down.
Do what other teams do.
Spinning it forward.
Run, pass. They should pass, run.
Second down and 1, and Fournette has the first down into Baltimore territory. A quarter that has been dominated by the Jacksonville Jaguars. They already have 161 yards to the Ravens -1.
Go back to the opening kickoff. Jason Myers kicks the ball out of bounds, and you go, oh, here we go again. A bad thing is going to happen. But one of the mentalities that you're trying to instill upon your team if you're Doug Marrone is one play at a time, guys. One play at a time, and they've been successful one play at a time.
Inside a minute to go in the opening quarter. Bortles wants to throw on first down again. Completes another to Leonard Fournette, who is tripped up by Patrick Owasso. A gain of 7, though, for Fournette.
I don't know what kind of peripheral vision that Blake Bortles had, because it almost looked like the defender was offsides right there. But he's not offsides. There's no flag thrown. And normally, if he were offsides, you'd say, well, I'm going to take the deep shot. Well, out of Blake Bortles' peripheral vision, he didn't see a yellow flag flying, so he took the nice check down that was in front of him and took the completion.
Fournette with 7 touches in the first quarter for 47 yards. Bortles, chased by Pierce, gets away, and then Suggs is able to bring Bortles down just a yard shy of a first down, and that is the end of the first quarter. All Jaguars here at Wembley so far. Bortles is 9 of 11, and Jacksonville leads Baltimore 10-0 at Wembley Stadium.
I was working for the CIA, DEA, Pablo Escobar, White House.
The incredible true story of the CIA's biggest secret is now one of the best reviewed films of the fall.
Barry, you gotta take care of this family.
This is gonna be good for us.
It's 100% thrilling.
We're ordering you to land immediately. All right, boys, let's land.
Tom Cruise delivers his best performance in years.
We recognize the dangers involved here.
Shoot the Eagles!
No, you don't.
American made, rated R.
More doing chores for mom parole? More doing chores for dad parole. More earning something you love parole. Bounty is more absorbent, so the roll can last 50% longer than the leading ordinary brand. So you get more life parole. Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
We just gotta take it one game at a time. Next question.
Can you repeat everything you just said? My live stream won't load.
Technical foul.
Wrong sport.
Wrong network. You see, you need unlimited on Verizon. It's America's largest, most reliable 4G LTE network. They won't let you down in places like this, even in the strike zone.
It's the red zone.
Pretty sure it's the strike zone. Here, use mine. All right, see you on the court, champ. Heads up.
When it really, really matters, you need the best network and the best unlimited. Plans now start at $40 per line for 4 lines.
A look at Regent Street, highly popular shopping area in the West End of London. NFL banners hanging above the streets, which was completed in 1825. How about Ray Lewis? Pumping up the crowd pregame. He's been here all week with the Ravens. Ed Reed also in the house taking some pictures. Ravens need a little bit of their energy right now. Quarter that
they
was
could
dominated.
use some period on the field right now. But for the Jacksonville Jaguars, this is the start that Doug Marrone, probably in his dreams over here while he's flying over across the pond, is thinking, if we can just get off to a fast start against a team that has just thwarted everybody. You got 10 turnovers and 8 interceptions, and that's what the Ravens now are relying on. They've got to find a way to stop this runaway Jaguars offense.
It's 3rd and 1 to start the second quarter. Fournette, the running back. Bohannon is the fullback. It's a give to Fournette. And Leonard Fournette is going to be stopped short of a first down. Carl Davis in on the tackle. And now what does Doug Marrone do on 4th and short?
I thought that they were in 4-down territory because of where they are in the game and the way that their defense has been playing. So this is more of a statement to your defense where you say, okay, offensively, we're going to go for it. But defensively, I know our defense can handle if we do get the ball back to the Ravens right here. Handle this part of the field.
Jags 1 for 1 on 4th downs this year. Fournette trying the right side. He's got the first down. Fournette across the 35 before Jimmy Smith makes the tackle. A gain of 7 for Leonard Fournette.
And it's not like Leonard Fournette has just a totally clean hole. Leonard Fournette is a great guy at picking where he's going to go. And that's right where he's going, right to that area. And he has his shoulder square, all the things that you want to do when you're going through a hole. You want those shoulders square. You don't want them aimed toward the sideline.
And now Brent Urban is down on the field, has not gotten up since that play ended. The 4th-year man out of Virginia. Ravens have just been decimated by injuries throughout the season back into training camp. They have put 15 players on injured reserve. That's the most in the NFL. And over the last 3 years, 68 players have been placed on IR. Also the most in the league.
You're going to get rolled up. There are big bodies. Somebody's going to come on the back of your legs. And that's what happens. During OTAs and training camps, when guys aren't in full pads, the one thing that you hear echo among the coaching staff is stay off the ground, because when somebody's falling to the ground, invariably they're going to fall or trip over the back of someone's legs.
Well, Marshall Yanda got rolled up last week against Cleveland, out for the season with a fractured ankle. Hopefully Urban is okay. On first downs, Blake Bortles 3 out of 4 passing, 34 yards and a touchdown. He'll hand it off on this first down, and Corey Grant is tripped up, but multiple flags come on the field. Tony Jefferson makes the tackle.
Holding. Number 78 offense, 10-yard penalty, still first down.
That's the second holding call on Jeremy Parnell.
By alignment, Blake Bortles could help out his right tackle. He needs to have the freedom to be able to look at how outside the defender is Zadarius Smith just by alignment and realize we're not going to be able to run wide against that look and change to a play. But they had a play called. They thought they were going to trick him a little bit, 2 backs in the backfield. You've got to be able to get your quarterback into a better play.
Carl Davis and Willie Henry on the defensive line right now for the Baltimore Ravens. 1st and 20. Chris Ivory with a stiff arm, but doesn't get much. Owasu on the tackle. Penalties for the Jags was a big problem last year when they had the 2nd most in the NFL. Well, guess what? Entering week 3, tied for the 2nd most. Only the Steelers with more entering the week.
And we talked to Doug Marrone and Blake Bortles about last week. They had a 1st and 20, 1st and 25. And you don't have an area on your play call sheet for those type of plays. And for Blake Bortles, he talked about maybe getting 8 yards. Well, that play, they only got 2 yards, so still a long yardage situation.
And movement on the line. Here come the penalties.
False start, number 77 offense. 5-yard penalty, still second down.
And that's on Patrick Omame. And as Doug Marrone pointed out this week, we can't afford to take penalties like this. We haven't proven that we can overcome all the penalties we've taken. Pretty candid about what the penalties have done. And take a look last week against Tennessee. 1st and 20, 1st and 25, 1st and 20.
Those turnovers are what can kill you. And right here, you don't want to wave the white flag, but you must realize that punting in this situation is not the worst thing in the world.
2nd and 22. Bortles to Ivory. Ivory's got the 40 and stretches out to the 35-yard line. C.J. Mosley makes the tackle. And now 3rd and long.
So you've chipped away at it a little bit. Blake Bortles still at this stance. If you take the underneath throw just like you did on that last play, maybe you're in field goal range. But if you throw the ball and you hold it late or you're flustered in the pocket, just go down or throw the ball away. Do not give them a chance to make an interception here.
3rd down and 11. Bortles takes the snap. Weddle coming with a blitz. It's picked up. Now Weddle breaks free. Can't bring Bortles down. Bortles keeps the play alive and completes it to Lee, who's a couple of yards shy of a 1st down. Looked like Eric Weddle finally had gotten through to Bortles, but Blake was able to escape, and it's 4th and short. Good block by Chris Ivory.
Yeah, Chris Ivory really stepped up, but Weddle didn't finish. Weddle's not finished there. He still continues after Bortles. Bortles escapes, and by escaping, getting the ball to Marquise Lee, now you end up with a 45-yard field goal as opposed to a 50-yard plus field goal.
Myers 1 for 1 today. This attempt from 45. And Myers right down the middle. Jaguars increase their lead with 10:49 to go, 1st half. 13-0 Jaguars in front, not too far from Trafalgar Square.
I absolutely recommend Glycoflex to pet families.
Prior to Glycoflex, he was limping. Now he's running, he's jumping, he's very active.
The active ingredients in Glycoflex are clinically tested and available without a prescription. In clinical tests, not only did stride improve, but hind leg strength increased by 41% in just 4 weeks.
Glycoflex has already helped millions of dogs.
Dogs love Glycoflex, and it really worked.
The sub above difference is grilled. Because if you're making a cheesesteak and you're not using a hot grill to make it, well, you're not making a cheesesteak. Give our grill a go. Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
There are moments in life where the smallest adjustments can make a big difference. Braun beard trimmers have up to 39 length settings, which adjust to the nearest half millimeter, giving you total control of your style. For the moments that matter to you. Braun, designed for what matters.
Top quarterback in the class of 2017 is Tate Martell.
Jake Fromm of Austin County. He's the total package. Avon Bowers, great kid, great talent.
Somebody's got to pay a price for the time and effort that you put in. It ain't going to be us.
Into the shotgun. Steelers trailing by 3. He's back. The pass is in. Touchdown! Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas! Let's go!
13-0 Jaguars in front of the Ravens. And for an injury update, let's go down to Alex Flanagan.
Yeah, Andrew, Ravens defensive lineman Brent Urban is questionable to return right now with a sprained foot. As you guys know, they're already playing without Brandon Williams, so it's getting increasingly difficult for them to stop the run and Leonard Fournette.
And we saw Willie Henry out there last time. That was the first time he had received snaps in the NFL. Carl Davis, even Patrick Ricard, who's playing both sides of the ball, fullback and defensive lineman, has seen some time. So no Williams. He didn't even make the trip to London, Brandon Williams. And now Urban is questionable to return against the Jaguars offense that has already rushed for 55 yards. Myers with a strong kick, and it's another touchback with 10:49 to go, second quarter. All right, James Lofton, this Ravens offense, 9 plays, -1 in the yardage department. How do they get jump-started here?
Okay, so let's go back to week 1. Got a lot of turnovers. All they had to do was run the ball. Joe Flacco only threw 17 times. Well, last week he shook the rust off, completed 73% of his passes. But in this game, where I said we must keep Joe Flacco clean from a Ravens perspective, they haven't been able to do that.
This offensive coordinator, Marty Mornhinweg, trying to get this offense going. They'll run it on first down, and that's Terrence West on the carry, tackled shy of the 30 by Tashawn Gibson.
Stay in front of the chains, and people say, well, what does that mean? The chains are way on the sideline. How do you stay in front of them? Well, 2nd and 6 or less. And that play, 2nd and 6, so you're kind of where you need to be. You have your full complement of plays that you can call, and you can kind of chip away at the defense.
Skura back in at right guard, rotating with Illuminor. It's 2nd and 6. Flacco taking a shot down the field, and it's incomplete. Intended for Mike Wallace, and it's 3rd down. Jalen Ramsey had the coverage.
At the end of that play, Mike Wallace looked like he was a waiter. He had both hands extended like he was waiting for somebody to drop a tray on him. But once again, Joe Flacco getting a little harassed, and that's not enough harassment to miss a ball like that. You got to put it on him, give him a chance to maybe even go up high and make the 50-50 catch if the ball's a little underthrown.
Jags defensive coordinator Todd Wash hoping his defense can force a 4th consecutive 3-and-out. Ravens are 0 for 3 on 3rd downs. 3rd and 6. Flacco chased out of the pocket. Flag is down. Flacco still rolling and just throws this one incomplete. We'll see what the penalty is.
At or around the line of scrimmage, you would expect offensive holding. And now the thumb went the other way, though.
Holding. Number 77, offense. The penalty is applying. 4th down.
You know, I'm always trying to read the officials. You're trying to watch who's communicating with the officials. Once again, you break that pocket. When you break the pocket, your guys have a grasp on their player, and that's a legal grasp at that moment. But when those arms get extended and you break outside of them, either on a run or scrambling outside the pocket, yellow flags appear.
4 straight 3-and-outs for the Baltimore offense. Marquise Lee lets it hop, and it's down by Maley at the 20-yard line, a 50-yard punt. How about this Jacksonville defense looking like the defensive effort we saw week 1 against Houston?
Maybe they're every other week. It's an odd-numbered week, and the Jacksonville Jaguars are on the prowl once again. Great pressure on Joe Flacco. Hit 3 times in the pocket so far, twice taken down.
There's Todd Wash in his 2nd season as the defensive coordinator, very close friends with Gus Bradley, the former Jaguars head coach. They were in each other's weddings. He said they still speak about once a week. Bradley now the defensive coordinator with the Chargers. Bortles hands it to Corey Grant. Slips a tackle in the backfield, and Grant gets a couple. With 9